physics classes for all those nerds out there.
But Thomas Bryant's jockstrap, get him out of here!
How does that not indicate to you, like, hey, sometimes, like, these prospects are awesome?
Donald, get back! They snatched that chain, boy. Get back! What's y'all gonna do about it? Popeye snatched that chain. Get back! We want that snack wrap. They got 3 flavors. Y'all got 1. Get back!
Hey, everybody. Welcome into the Big Factory on the Big Play Sports Network, presented by FanDuel. Ryan Tyler, Jack O'Rourke, Nick Padone, Rob Watson. It's just an all right Wednesday, October 15th, 2025. Gentlemen, good morning. How are we?
Bro, midday, low-key, dreary outside, losing the sunlight, losing the warmth. Not good times in Cleveland. Not good times.
You know, it's I think the weather is just a reflection of where Cleveland sports are at, excluding the Cleveland Cavaliers at the moment. Zach Jackson put an article out last night kind of saying that the Browns should just trade the whole entire roster. That's always a nice little punch in the gut. Baker's doing Baker stuff. The Cleveland Guardians, for what seems like the 9th straight offseason, started off their offseason doing the dumbest thing possible. Like, yeah, it's a dark, dark world that we live in, and not much is good in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nick?
Jeez, man. I was having a good morning. We were all on a 9 a.m. call together, which is why the show is kind of a little bit late getting out. I thought that went really well. We've got some encouraging updates happening at the network. I mean, we're running Sports Illustrated. Like, we posted almost 40 articles yesterday. Like, things are looking up.
Our personal lives are thriving, but the business that we ultimately need to sustain
Personal lives have never been better.
Whatsoever.
Personal lives have never been higher, but the Browns got to figure this out. I already got my 5 guys meme made for the Guardian
Ryan,
segment
how's
later.
your morning?
Yeah, how are you
going?
doing?
Jeez,
I was
since
waiting
we
for-
got just nothing but depression going on in
waiting
here.
for somebody. I'd like to issue a formal apology to those who tailed our FanDuel parlay of the day yesterday.
I did not.
That's what the viewers want to hear, that we're not betting our own bets.
This is going to be a great show.
Jack O'Rourke put together a nice 3-leg hockey parlay. I decided.
Rob was in there too. Rob was in there too.
I decided to throw the Brew Crew in there. Yoshinobu Yamamoto decided to throw the first complete game postseason since 2017.
He's so good, guys.
So that's what we have going for us this morning.
But hey, we're actually we got to get the stats. Our hockey bets have been incredible though since we started. So I have a good feeling about the winter coming.
Remember when there was a
niche.
time, and it was like a fleeting moment where there was some hope, like out there in the social media streets, that the Guardians were a team to watch for Yamamoto.
Yes, I do remember that. Roki Sasaki caught the same kind of buzz.
Yeah.
I think it's. I apologize if I butcher the pronunciation, but I believe it's Moon. I can't say his first name. Wataka, like Monomori, who's the big international free agent signing this offseason. Like, I've seen a couple of tweets here and there, like, oh, go for him. But it's weird because, Nick, I think we actually talk about that for a second, because a lot of people don't understand how international signings work in baseball. And Rob and I kind of went through this a couple of days ago, where I informed Rob that, hey, we signed Jose Ramirez when he was 16 years old for like $50,000. And he was like, well, why didn't we do that with Vladdy? Because Vladdy costed like $4 million before he even hit 18 years old. But yeah, these guys are like so expensive and only so much money to go around. But hey, you're clearly not going to spend money in free agency based off what I saw yesterday, so might as well try and go for the international.
How
free
much
agents.
would it cost to sign a 23-year-old Jack O'Rourke?
The Cleveland Guardians?
Yeah.
I would do it for free. If you like, I have always said, this is my friends and I do this argument like probably once every month. I would take
Those are the best.
Yeah, I would take $10,000 as my salary in life. So $10,000, I will. You got to give me the beds, right? I'll pay for my own food. I'll pay for my own clothes, my rent, my whatever.
You're not
just
paying
let me
rent
sit
with
in the bullpen.
$10,000.
Just let me sit in the bullpen and wear a uniform for $10,000 a year. I would do it until I die. Be the happiest person in the world.
I don't know if $10,000 is going to cut that.
Blood
but
wants to be the ball boy.
Yeah, no, I would be. Yeah,
that's
so
pretty
yeah,
much
if you,
what
if
that
you need
is.
a ball boy,
I think
Let's do it.
that's like a job that you could apply for, though. Like that job.
so we can do this. You can make the stream come true.
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
They wear uniform over there when they chase the joints out.
Yeah, I want like a number though. I don't want like the BB on the back. Like I want to be 67 or something like that.
Getting
Like, let me play.
Getting greedy.
all right, well, I guess there's not a better way to
We're
up
also
our morning.
now hiring a new social media manager because evidently we lost ours to the Guardians.
All right,
Yeah, I put in a
let's
soft 2 weeks at the start of the big factor saying I was going to be a ball boy.
let's brighten our mornings up by telling everybody about Fairway Ford. Ohio. Fairway Ford is the biggest Ford truck dealership in the entire state of Ohio. They have the largest selection of Ford F-150s and Super Duty trucks. Don't let a short drive to good old Canfield, Ohio prevent you from saving thousands of dollars on your new ride. Over 500 vehicles in stock on their lot as we speak this wonderful morning. Fairway Ford, the largest inventory of new Ford trucks, the lowest pricing, and same hometown level of service. Scan that QR code now or go to the website to visit fairwayfordohio.com. I have not heard from Fairway Mike in quite a while. Is he doing all right, guys? Jack, have you been keeping up with Mike Mumbers?
Yeah, I would be lying to the good people listening to the Big Factor if I said that Mike and I have quite upheld our normal standards of our friendship. But no, I'm checking in. It's always tougher in winter, but I think in terms of this home and home series, I think we're due to go back there next, right?
The Cavs just dropped those uniforms.
Oh, they did?
Blue joints.
Oh,
Are they tough?
get shot. Drop that meat. Shut up and give me the Joshua.
Take my money.
block.
Take my money.
Joshua
Take my money.
block.
More money than you.
Oh, I'm gonna need to order
those
one.
are tough.
I'm gonna need to order one.
Those are super tough.
I mean,
How many-
we had Larry Nance Jr. on the
who do
show.
you
He was talking
order?
about how excited he
I'm
was to
getting
wear
a
them.
4 Mobley jersey.
how many times are they wearing those this year?
I don't
They
care.
dropped the dates. I think it was like 6 or 7.
One,
maybe 8.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The
5,
Cliffs
6,
logo, the
7,
Cliffs ad is a little big for my liking.
12
12.
times.
I'm
That
looking
was
at
time games.
That was a rough.
I'm looking at
dude,
the
these are
Cliffs
tough.
the Cliffs sponsorship. It's a little big for my liking.
Is this Cliff Bar or is this the one we had in
No,
the jersey last year?
I don't know.
Yeah, this is. It's like
That was a joke.
engineering company.
GG.
I think I might just need to get a Donovan.
You get the Mobley. That's the investment. You don't get.
Do we all just get one of some? Like, do we all get one of them?
4. Yeah,
I
you
call
get-
DG.
I'll get Mobley. You're stuck with Jared Allen though, Ryan.
No.
You're stuck.
How much do you think a Thomas Bryant Cavs navy blue jersey is going for ATM?
I don't think they're being sold.
Oh no.
These are so tough. I'm.
Is
literally
it the
going-
exact same as the like LeBron
Yeah.
ones? Okay.
All right, let's talk about the Browns for a little bit because we kind of have.
I
to.
wish they would
I
ju-
know.
Do
I
we
know.
do a custom
I
one?
know. Trade deadline coming up.
Custom jerseys, good idea or bad idea?
Are you saying in terms of like getting
Like
a
a
player or like
Padone?
your last name? on
I've
it?
gotten a Padone 12 Cavs jersey as a gift. I think it's a good gift. I think it's corny if you're going out of the way to get it for yourself.
That is, you absolutely hit the nail on the head on that. If you go out of your way to buy your professional sports team's jersey with your last name on it, that's a no-no. Like that's just an objective no-no. I think getting the no name, no number is even a better look than getting your own name with a number. But if someone gifts it to you, yeah, it's a thoughtful gift. They spent good money on it. It's cool.
Yeah, and like as a gift, like I opened it and I was like, this is like a tremendous amount of thought. You know that you had to plan it because that takes extra long to ship.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I'll actually wear this because it was given to me. Versus if I just bought it myself, I'd be like, I'm not on the team. You know?
No,
Like, I'm
but
not
here's
doing
my
shit
here's
on
the
this.
cutoff too,
not
because
on the
like
team.
I'm thinking
But
of
a
the
great
Drake
gift.
Kentucky meme, like him in the warm-ups out there on the court. But like I'm a believer in and again, I have not been bestowed an O'Rourke custom jersey from anyone. If you're listening and want to get that going for me, I'd appreciate it. I think I'd put it on the wall. I think you put that on the wall. I don't know if I wear it. I don't know.
right.
Also, let me ask you this. One more thing before we get into the Browns, guys. I apologize
don't
for
have to apologize.
taking
You don't
this
have to
puppy off the rails.
You don't have to apologize.
What do you guys think is it's a two-parter here. The last acceptable age, and it could be forever, to wear a jersey to a sporting event, like as an adult, like with someone else on it, and then the last age you can wear a baseball mitt to a baseball game.
Jersey, I think, is ageless.
See, I as I said it, I thought about it because football, I think it's ageless. I think it's a little bit weird in baseball and basketball.
I mean, I saw a 60-year-old man in a Grady Sizemore jersey at the
That's
playoff
tough.
game.
Yeah, that
I
is
feel
tough.
like jersey is fine as long as it's just a
A
player.
baseball
And
mitt?
as long as it fits, like the one thing.
Oh,
with, like,
yeah,
some
yeah.
old. Here's a shot at old people. So I'm sorry. Some old people will break out the jersey that they've had in the closet for 20 years and it's way too tight.
Yeah.
Bad look. Like you got to have a jersey that could at least like throw over a hoodie and that's passable. Like
Wearing the glove is outrageous
Yeah.
past like the age of 12.
12 is. I think 12. You could not have nailed the exact
I was
age
gonna
better.
say teenager, like
Yeah,
13, leave the glove at home.
Yeah.
Use your hands.
Yeah, bro. Just catch
Soft
the ball.
hands.
It's like and the people who like go in the front row and try and get autographs like in front of the little losers.
All right. Well, speaking of losers, our Cleveland Browns. Trade deadline. It's coming up sooner than later. We've already dealt Greg Newsome. We've dealt Joe Flacco to the Cincinnati Bengals. Other trade deadline candidates will start here. Jerome Ford. I don't imagine you get more than a 7th rounder.
I mean, yeah. At this point, it's like you wait so long. Do we benefit from trading some of these guys at all? Like you trade Jerome Ford for what will be a player who gets cut next training camp.
Well, yeah, but if you think about it, if you're not going to re-sign Jerome Ford in the offseason, it is theoretically better to let him go for something than nothing in a way, especially if you trust Raheem Sanders to be RB3.
All right, let's talk about the big one. Chief David Njoku. 9 years he's been a Cleveland Brown already, which is crazy to think about. Fannin, obviously, rookie deal signed through 2028. I think Njoku could definitely get dealt this.
I go back and forth on this because I think Njoku, of all the players that are going to get floated, probably has the most value. Like, I think you would probably get a 3rd or 4th round pick out of David Njoku. And I think for the Browns, with how bad they are and where they're at, it probably does make sense. And I imagine it would be a contending team. So it would at least be kind of cool for David to go like play for something, especially as he's up for a contract. So like you could, go play for something this year, make an impact in the playoffs, and then get another big bag from like a good organization and kind of make something of your career. I hate to say that, but like really it feels like the Browns were never able to consistently unlock all of his potential. So I say that, but at the other time, like the Browns are a team offensively that are absent leadership and that are absent identity. And like you trade away David Njoku, you're just like tying yourself to that even further. So I don't know that it's a good idea, but I guess if it happened, it's plausible. It's something that's been discussed previously. It's obviously being discussed right now. So if it happens, I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm truly on the fence on if that would be a good thing or a bad thing. Like you need culture. You need some sort of identity. Like trading a guy that's been around the organization for a decade that actually brings a little bit of juice to the locker room, like just kind of shows you where we're at.
Part of the point you made is why I think we have to trade him, because the culture has been so awful. And good or bad, a lot of these people who have been around have been a part of that culture. David was around for, I think, either 0-16 or 1-15. He was around for one of those. To his credit or not, when you've been a part of that and you have that losing stench on you, that culture sticks to you and embodies to you. They're trying to purge that, whether the coaches are going to stick around or not. He's probably, I think he would leave in the offseason because you wouldn't be able to pay him enough money, because we do have $80 million going to a special someone next year. And if he leaves and goes for nothing when you could get him gone for a 3rd or 4th round pick now from a contending team, I feel like you just have to go ahead and do that.
I think you've also seen a lot of good out of Harold Fannin early on, which makes like you don't have that when you're looking at a lot of the other bigger trades that you could potentially make at the deadline. Like, okay, I already know who the replacement's going to be, or the guy that I have some faith in to be the future. Like Harold Fannin, like he's had a couple drops obviously, but he's shown more than enough to be a TE1 at some point.
And yeah, that's why we should get rid of Jerome Ford, because then I'll see more Dylan Sampson.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, get rid of the people and just play all the rookies and move on.
Play the kids.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about our offensive line, who basically
All
are
of
going to
them.
have to completely revamp this. Wyatt Teller, Ethan Posick. Do you trust Luke Whippler to play center? Jack Conklin, who's never healthy. Joel Bitonio, obviously this is last year. That's a guy you trade at the trade deadline to go to a contender, a guy that's been so loyal to Cleveland, a guy who has not seen a playoff game, obviously outside of the wild card, and you wanted him to go to a contender. I wouldn't mind seeing him. I would like to cheer for him on somebody that actually is winning games. But what do you have? You have Zach Zinter, a healthy scratch every single game day.
This to me,
how much worse can it get is what scares me.
Guys, this to me is why, and I wrote about this on Browns on SI yesterday. This situation to me is why Andrew Berry deserves to be fired more than anything else. Like more than the quarterback, more than Deshaun Watson, more than the receivers. If Jack Conklin can't go because he's in concussion protocol, the Browns will have started their 7th different offensive line unit this week against Miami. They've only played 7 games. So you would have a different starting offensive line for each and every game that you went into in a year where you're trying to evaluate young quarterbacks. That's mismanagement at the upteenth degree. Like, that's mismanagement. How do you not have any other solution for an offensive line where every single starter is a free agent next year? There's no other option. So that's why I get frustrated. Like with Kevin Stefanski, when he says like, we have to get better. We're going to get better. Like how? That you have no personnel to get better. KT Leviston
Stinks.
I've seen, so like I've covered this team.
Corn Lucas.
I've covered
Trash.
this team, right? For like not that long, but at least professionally for the last half decade. I've seen guys go out on the football field in a Browns uniform and struggle. consistently. And Pro Football Focus will still grade them in the 50s to 60s. KT Levinston has not had a Pro Football Focus grade out of all the games this year, and he's appeared in all of them, higher than 40.
KT Levinston or James Hudson?
At this point, it's not even a debate.
Got you.
At this point, it's not even a debate. I see guys get dog walked up and down the field for years during 1-31. And by the measurements, by the people that know football more than I do at Pro Football Focus, KT Levinston worse than all of them. It's bad. Like, this is bad, guys. They are a roster that's absent talent. And coming into the year, we all kind of thought that, like, this roster isn't as bad as 1-31. I still do believe that. Like, your safeties are better than 1-31. You've got guys, you've got names that are better than 1-31. But you look at what they're producing, and I don't know if it's coaching, not putting them in the best position, and maybe Jim Schwartz is included with that.
Well, it helps when you have.
How about this? You guys see the? How about this? And like, I don't mean to go on like this long-winded monologue, but just so many Browns thoughts running through my head. You guys see the clip, and obviously remember it during the game, where it was like the one throw where it really looked like Rodgers turned back the clock, where he rolled right and found DK Metcalf in the middle of the field, and DK had a big yard after catch and just kind of rumbled with the football up the sideline. Jake Burns, Browns Film Breakdown, puts out that clip. There are only 10 Browns defensive players on the field.
Oh, geez.
So it's like, no kidding,
Coach
DK
Freeman.
Metcalf is streaking free in the middle of the field. There's only 10 guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's just unacceptable.
It's coaching, and that's on both sides. Like, that's like Jim Schwartz, and I don't know if it's a coordinator. I don't know if it's a defensive quality control guy. You've got a rookie linebacker wearing a green dot, so I get that it could be a layer of things. This organization prides themselves on analytics and being smart, and they employ so many people with Ivy League degrees, but it's impossible to count to 11. That's not good. If you can't even count to 11, I struggle to what I wonder
don't teach
about.
that at Penn?
I wonder about what you're doing well if you can't count to 11.
So you know why I'll always stick to it is coaching, because I'm watching other teams be just as decimated by injuries to where they're to their third and fourth string guys and still produce. The Cardinals
49ers.
The
The
are
Vikings
playing with
O-line
an
against
entire
us.
backup team. Minnesota playing against us with a backup O-line. 49ers, whole team injured beside Christian McCaffrey, and they're going out and they're still making it work. This team undoubtedly, Nick, like you said, has more talent than the 1-31 Browns. There's guys, there's NFL superstars on the roster. There's guys who have made Pro Bowls on both sides of the football. There's rookies who are showing that they are future Pro Bowlers and future players in this league, future superstars. And you get absolutely nothing. And it's really because, in my opinion, the schemes – honestly, I'm now seeing on both sides of the field are probably just unimaginative and haven't evolved with the game. Yeah. I've seen the 49ers and the Rams and all these teams, all the great play callers, their offenses have evolved with the talent they have on the field, the different type of personnel, and just as the league has adjusted, they've adjusted.
Rob, brought in boy wonder Tommy Reese. What's he do?
He doesn't do anything.
What's he do?
He doesn't
I can tell you exactly what Tommy Reese does.
He's doing nothing, and we don't evolve. The offense hasn't evolved at all. It's actually less imaginative than it was 6 years ago when he first got here. I don't remember the last time I saw a crazy screen. He used to have the greatest screen offense in the entire NFL. No pre-snap motion. We see nothing creative. It's the same plays, and we get the same results, and we score less and less points every week without changing anything. Same thing on defense. A play-action boot has been killing us for years. Misdirection has been killing us for years. Yeah. No adjustment. Same thing will work. Aaron Rodgers booted to his left 15 times, and Alex Wright got shot blocked or fell for the play-action fake every single time. Every single time. It's the same thing every week, and that's why fans are getting sick of it.
And I was going to say, Tommy Reese, if you want to know what Tommy Reese is, what he's done, like, Tommy Reese is just like putting a mustache and a hat and glasses on fucking Ken Dorsey. Like, it's the exact same thing you just did last year. Like, you take the young, hot mind that everyone's talking about who has no laurels to rest on, and you fire him back out there. It makes no sense. He is like, I have watched Tommy Reese offenses for multiple years of my life. They've never succeeded. Like he made Jack Cohn look okay at best at Notre Dame. Like, he took a very talented roster, and that offense did nothing and shit down their legs at home against Cincinnati. He goes to Alabama, and they can't even throw the ball against Michigan. It's just Jalen Miller running quarterback, like draws play after play. He's never been imaginative. Like Nick Saban just said a nice thing about him one time, and it's going to give him a 10-year leash in the NFL.
Until he actually calls plays, I won't be on Tommy Rees.
Just wait.
Because it is still Kevin's offense.
Here's my thing,
when can
though.
we get a head coach that just doesn't call the play? How many coaches in the league like really do that?
What is it, like 5?
And out of all of them, I know they're all great coaches. They're not Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah,
doesn't Zach Taylor too, though?
He doesn't have the pull to do that.
It's Reed, it's O'Connell, it's Kyle Shanahan.
You could stop the list there.
Sirianni.
Kevin Stefanski.
Doesn't Taylor call his own plays?
Does Sirianni or no?
No.
I think Zach Taylor does.
Zach Taylor does.
Ew, but
Sean McVay does.
again,
Again, these are Super Bowl
Polar Bear and Arlington,
Super Bowl winning
and Kevin
coaches.
Stefanski's
And even
calling
guys like
these
Tomlin
plays.
and Harbaugh, guys who have been in the league for decades, don't call plays.
Let an offensive coordinator build the offense. Worry about being the manager of the team.
Bring me
But
Matt
then again,
Canada.
that's the whole reason.
build
That
a
was one of the
culture.
But he's
reasons
not
you.
good at it.
That's one of the reasons.
So why is he a head coach then?
Was
That's one of the-
What does Blood do?
That was one of the reasons you hired
What's
Kevin
Blood do?
Stefanski was his offensive prowess. And now you look at like a situation, the Titans, Brian Callahan, let go. You brought him in because you saw him call plays in Cincinnati. Oh, I don't know if it was Zach Taylor or not. I actually think when it was Callahan. And now he gave up play calling second year within 3 weeks, and now he's already canned.
We're learning not every OC is a good head coach. That's what the
No.
league is learning.
And of course
not every
they're
OC
not.
is a great leader.
Of course
So
they're
I
not.
would love a nerd as just my play
Mike
caller.
McDaniel.
Not as the leader of my team, you know what I mean? Yeah,
No.
Mike McDaniel.
And
Another,
that is,
but
I wonder to that point, it sparks a new conversation about if this does go the way that we all kind of think that it's going to go, and we feel like we're probably going to be, covering a coaching search at some point this year. Is the young hotshot OC thing dead?
it should be. When
Like,
is
are we
it-
willing?
where
Are
has
we
it been
willing to just
working?
kill that?
Like Ben Johnson's doing pretty good. He's doing pretty good, but I want a guy that's been a head coach. I need proven thing. Like it. I think we're in the era right now where you need the football guy, you need the figurehead.
Florida.
The hottest coaches I've seen have been the Dan Campbells who have gotten hired and actually turned things around. Where is Vrabel coaching now? They're doing New England.
Patriots.
They're doing pretty good this year. Like those are the guys you need to get these young dudes and start turning stuff around. You could bring in the hotshot OC, just make him an OC again, or the good coach he's shown he could call plays. Bring him in as the offensive coordinator only. But you need a true leader of men to be a head coach, especially how the NFL's been trending as of late. We're not seeing 50 to 50 games every week. It's not the massive arms race that it was 4 years ago. So I think it's time you just go back and buck the trend, get a good coach in, build a culture.
I think you made a great point about Vrabel too, because I think it's no secret, like looking at social media last
was
year, like
here.
there was rumors in a time, like I remember like going into that Denver game last year, people were saying like, oh, like you got Vrabel in the building, like if Kevin starts acting a fool, like you have him, he's right here, you can't let him out of your building, like you gotta consider even pulling the Band-Aid off too early because you got this guy right here can be a great coach, and you choose not to. Kevin stays. Like, I don't think you really learned a ton positively about Kevin in the second half last year. Mike Vrabel goes out and does what literally every single person who watches football on the planet thought Mike Vrabel was going to go do.
All right,
Yeah.
last thing we're talking about for the Cleveland Browns, then we're moving on because I'm absolutely sick and tired of it. David Bell, 24 years old, announces his retirement. Actually, some pretty scary stuff.
This is sad. Yeah.
Very sad.
He added that continuing to play will, quote, literally risk life and limb. Several months ago, he says, I was blindsided by an off-field injury that was beyond my control, put my football future in jeopardy. After consulting with medical experts and praying, continuing to play football would literally risk life and limb. Just 24 years old. Never really panned out here in Cleveland.
Big fan of guys that prioritize quality of life over sports. Like, I think too often we forget that this is all entertainment. Like, we're supposed to be entertained. That's what makes the conversation about the Browns that much more frustrating, is it's the opposite of entertainment right now. So when you see a guy like David Bell have what appears to be a pretty scary situation, there's not a ton of details. It sounds like it was an independent surgery that kind of went bad. It was separate from the hip injury that he sustained last year with the Browns, and that surgery was done by the Browns and was a success. But then something else happened with an independent surgeon, and he's got a lawyer giving statements to the media and stuff. So whatever happened, it certainly sounds scary, and I'm ultimately glad that he took a couple of weeks to start the season and kind of, like he said in his statement, prayed on what the best outcome would be and decided that this was what was best for him in his life. It highlights that the Browns badly need a receiver, because that's a younger player that you were counting on maybe becoming something at some point in his career, and he had shown flashes. It obviously wasn't a complete wide receiver there by any stretch of the imagination, but it does magnify the need even more so than it already did.
I will say this about David Bell. I have a vivid, happy memory of him getting the first down on 4th down against the Jaguars in the stadium, then running it in for a touchdown. And honestly, that's more than I can say about 95% of Cleveland Browns since they came back in 1999. So best of luck in retirement. Obviously things didn't work out here as he would have liked, but he was a great college player too.
I'm sure he's got some legal stuff going on with all this, but at some point it would be a good
David Bell camps will be around
dude to have on here.
Made a few plays. Wish him the absolute best as a person. You'd never want to hear anything like that happen to anyone, but it just another failed moment in Browns history, another unusually strange story that just seems to always happen to people who come around here. And you understand why certain people may not want to ever be associated with this organization, because stuff like that just seems to happen regularly here. So
remember when they had staph infections breaking out?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Wishing the best to David Bell.
Let's talk about a team that doesn't want to make me absolutely jump off KeyBank. All right, Cleveland Cavaliers. Before we do that, I got to tell you about our friends at Garage Beer. Garage Beer comes in just 2 flavors, classic light lager as well as classic lime. No frills, no bitterness, no IPs. It's just beer the way you want beer to taste, and that is beer-flavored beer. Scan the QR code now or go get their website or visit drinkgaragebeer.com to find local retailers who sell garage beer near you. Again, that is drinkgaragebeer.com. Guys, 1 week, 7 days. The Cleveland Cavaliers tip off their regular season in Madison Square Garden, taking on the New York Knicks. Your guys' preseason thoughts as we creep up towards that opening day tip-off?
Thank God, man. I can't wait. I know baseball here in Cleveland for us has only been over for not even a month, and I just am starved for that daily sports drip. I'm starved for Cavs basketball. You understand that the regular season doesn't really matter for this team all that much, but you see what they were able to do in the preseason finale, and Lonzo Ball looks so good. I just can't wait.
Yeah, see, I was going to put out a graphic about this, so check out Big Play Cleveland later today. Do you guys, because you guys all know basketball more than me, do you think that Lonzo Ball is going to be in a firm, clear as day improvement from Ty Jerome in that backup guard spot?
I don't.
Depends on what you're asking.
Right.
What is he an improvement of? As a scorer, not in any way, shape, or form. As a defender and a floor general, tenfold. As simple as that. And that might be what we need, especially rotating, because Ty Jerome was someone who ended up playing with the starters a lot. Lonzo Ball, you've seen the clip of some where he threw a pass to Donovan Mitchell from half court that he wasn't even almost ready for. He missed the first layup, got his own rebound, put it back in. He'll start creating easy buckets like that for players all throughout. When he's actually playing, he's going to be limited as usual because you're going to want to keep him healthy for the playoffs when you're going to need him the most. That's something that you didn't really have outside of Darius Garland, and Lonzo's real pass first, so he's really not looking for his own offense at all, and he'll just be willing to play defense on the other end. So for the team fit, an improvement. For the people that like, the Cavalanche, crazy basketball, catching fire, you're not going to see much of that from Lonzo, but he'll help you win when it matters most.
The distribution, and again, it's just one preseason game. Last night just looked really good. It just looked like he... No, I don't want to say was the missing link because it's again one preseason game, but he really looked like this Kenny Atkinson system was something that he will thrive in.
All right, so I know we've talked about this at length, but as we're 1 week away, call your shot. This season is a failure if the Cavaliers don't. Obviously, the bare minimum, I think, for most fans is the Eastern Conference Finals. But a lot of people view it as it's a failure if they don't even make it to the NBA Finals.
It's finals or bust, man. It's finals or bust. It was conference finals or bust last year, and that was without all the injuries and stuff that was going on. You needed to see improvement. But, yeah, really, finals or bust, which is a tough spot because you've never even been to the conference finals. But the East will never be weaker. The roster will never be stronger, I don't think. I think you're going to see things really shake up if it doesn't work out this year. This is it. They've gone all in. You brought in the vets. You brought in the depth pieces to survive the injury problems you had last year, maybe be able to get through them more if you see some stuff like that happening. NBA Finals or bust. We've been building it up. This is year, 4 or 5 of Donovan Mitchell in Cleveland. We're hearing talks of national pundits saying Evan Mobley is a MVP caliber player. Guys like Carmelo Anthony saying that, who really know the game. Current NBA Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers talking about him. This is it. If they don't break through this year, you're going to have to see the front office probably break some things down. You're going to see real unrest from the fan base.
Yeah, you got to win the East, man. If you pull some funny shit against the Magic and lose, people aren't going to be very happy around here. Even 2 years ago, really, I think there was a big last year we talked about all the time how much credit Kobe Altman should get for not tearing apart the core four, right? Now if you keep them together, you're deciding again to keep them together. Rob, you kind of said very, very, very early on in the offseason, almost the best move could be no move with all the injuries going on. Like, and now it's time to prove that.
Nick?
I'm right in lockstep. Like, it's the most expensive roster in the history of the NBA. They're the only team over the second
Really?
apron. That that's
Boston completely tore it.
Boston
at the studs once
tore
Jason
everything
tore his
down.
Achilles.
They're talking about trading Anthony Simons. So like they're gonna.
Isn't he
flip
not even played
Simons.
yet?
He hasn't even played a regular
they're-
season game. But they're because they're in the Browns.
In the NBA,
you know,
if you know you're not going to be first, you definitely want to be last
Yeah.
because it's not even guaranteed.
especially looking at
AJ's
this
going
draft.
to the
class.
Celtics.
Yeah. I mean, they hope so. If the draft is as rigged as people say, but continue, Nick.
No, I just think that this has got to be it. And like even if it's not it, like there's only one team that hoists the trophy at the end of the year. That's why we love sports. That's what makes it so hard. But you've at least got to get there. Like in this Eastern Conference, you've at least got to get there. If you run into a buzzsaw, like say Oklahoma City's just that good, and this is the start of their dynasty, and you run into them and you get beat by just a better team out west, whatever, I can live with it.
And Cleveland,
But as the East looks right now, like there really are no
This
excuses.
is the weakest the whole league will be. The Death Star is forming in San Antonio, and it's coming soon, and then everyone could forget about winning a ring. If the window is open now, you got to take it right now. You got to at least get there, and if you get there, you got a puncher's chance to win it all. So that's all fans want. They want to see the team finally make that breakthrough without LeBron.
I was gonna say you could get like such summer 2016 vibes from summer 2026. Like if you're looking at like if you do make that run, you finally get out of the East. Like that's right around when Boss is getting called up for the guards. Like maybe you got your new quarterback in town that we're all excited about from the draft just a couple months earlier. Like we could have a pretty fun summer coming here for as gloomy as today is.
Before I go ahead and hop on FanDuel Sportsbook and sprinkle some bread on Evan Mobley to win MVP this season, is it possible for Evan Mobley to win MVP while Donovan Mitchell's on the court?
See now,
That's a great question.
It'll come down to, and he finished so well last year because he's like so clearly the best defensive player in basketball, and that was because Wemby did go out for the year, so that would struggle. Like,
By the way, real quick, Rob, just to give people some context, Donovan Mitchell plus 10,000 to win MVP, Evan Mobley plus 40,000.
they're both high value
Plus
picks.
40,000.
If Donovan has a great year and you're the 1 seed again, like it's possible. Evan Mobley's his value is that he's the two-way player. If you see him make that offensive breakthrough and he's averaging like 24 points with the 10 rebounds and the 2 to 3 blocks a game, and he has the highest defensive rating in the league, that's how he gets those nods. And you'll see early how much they defer to him on offense if he's really going to be that. And he will be. He's got to be the second guy at the very least to start the year until Darius is back. If he continues that through, that's how you'll see him be in those MVP caliber conversations. But
you can't win MVP as the second scoring option, right? Like they would just give it to Donovan.
if
If they're both really good, they would probably just give it to
the
Donovan.
value of the defense, though, is just like if you're Depoy again while also being a 25 and 10 guy, that's just all. And then you're knocking in some threes. If he's proving he's the valuable guy and the Cavs are the best team in the East, he'll be a top 5 candidate.
Just so you guys are aware, $10 on an Evan Mobley to win MVP ticket right now as today. You win $4,000.
It's a lottery ticket, man. It's a lottery ticket.
Wait, how much?
$10.
10 to 4 bands. He
will
could
win
have the
$4,000.
year. You never know what happens, how it shakes. He's got the opportunity. He's just got to be that guy, and the Cavs got to win games.
Should we just put like?
But that also means 10 on Donovan would win you 1,000.
Right.
Do you guys
That's
want
also
to pool
not a terrible
together?
bet right now.
That's a great
Not
bet.
a terrible bet. Both of them.
Do you, guys,
Caliber.
do you guys want to all put in like $20, then just like buy the Guardians if it hits?
Sign Adley Rutschman. You don't have Adley Rutschman money.
We don't.
Austin
Well,
Hedges
speaking of, you have
is
Austin
low,
Hedges money. Let's talk about the Cleveland Guardians because it's getting spooky again. But before we do that, I got to tell you about our friends over at Bloodview Haunted House. Ready to get in the Halloween spirit? Grab your friends and head to Bloodview Haunted House in Broadview Heights because it's not just a haunted house. No, it's an interactive experience where the nightmares come to life. And the best part about it all, every single ticket that you purchase helps support local charities. Bloodview Haunted House open weekends through Halloween, Friday, Saturday nights, open until midnight, Sundays open until 10 p.m. So if you're looking for a big scare and a good cause, Bloodview is the place. You can get all the details at bloodview.org. Again, that's Bloodview Haunted House located in Broadview Heights. Absolutely worth the trip. All right, Jack. Great news this morning. Austin Hedges signing a
news.
1-year deal back with the Cleveland Guardians, $4 million guaranteed. The deal includes another $500,000 in incentives. The clubhouse leader is back.
Yeah, hey, I mean, when you look at the offseason, you want to look at bringing back your second best right-handed hitting bat, right? That's what the Guardians did yesterday by bringing back Austin Hedges. No, it's a joke. It's just a joke across the board. Like, I think this year it was admissible with David Fry's injuries that you could bring Austin Hedges back, but for an organization that doesn't spend money and has a lot of money to spend, like this can't be the start to the offseason. Like when you left such a sour taste in your fans' mouth with the offseason last year, getting rid of Naylor, axing Jimenez, like you kind of got like, this is your first chance to prove like, okay, what are we gonna be about entering 2026? And that tell me a whole lot of fucking nothing. That's what I learned. Like I am just so against that being move number one. Like, if you want to do it later in the offseason, if you want to do it in February after you bring in the good guys and you toss them to, like, can you really just, Ryan, look at me. You played catcher, right? Didn't you?
I did.
Can you give $4 million to a backup catcher in a sport where framing's not going to matter because ABS is coming in? They can challenge now, so you don't need a catcher who can lift the ball 2 inches and hits a buck dick at the plate.
No.
Well, can you justify $4 million?
There was change coming though in the interview. No,
Jose said if you want to spend money, or if you want to beat the Dodgers, you got to spend money like the Dodgers. Well, we are spending money like the Pirates to beat the Pirates. That is exactly what we're doing, bringing back Austin Hedges. And yeah, you're right, Ryan. I put on my clown makeup. I wanted Adley Rutschman. I thought they were going to go out and do something big to get an impact bat. Yeah, we didn't have Adley Rutschman money.
Austin Hedges, it is, little bro.
Yeah, my eyes have firmly turned to Jarren Duran in center field as the answer in the offseason.
Tell you what, I definitely do not miss catching. That shit takes an absolute toll on you. I couldn't imagine doing that shit for what, 100 games a season, like Austin Hedges.
But like, what are they just gonna bring him back every single year until he retires on this exact same contract to be a cheerleader?
What about it? What you gonna do about it? He walks versus Scooble. He's key.
Yeah, he took 2 walks against Scooble. Let's give him half our budget.
One of the things, like, now that you mentioned, Jackie brought up how I used to catch, like, blocking. I couldn't imagine blocking for a major league pitcher.
No, it's really, even like Cal Raleigh, like I saw this on Twitter
goodness.
yesterday. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, take the season that guy has at the plate, did not have one pass ball in the regular season.
Absolutely insane.
That guy is like,
I remember,
talk about MVP. That's your Evan Mobley guy who's doing it both ways. Like,
I remember just practicing blocking for an hour straight, and that shit is obnoxious. You're on your knees every single play, getting up, getting down, getting up, getting down. I couldn't imagine doing that for like 100 games a season. Absolutely insane.
All right, I put out a poll on best Cavs jersey to buy real quick as we wrap the show. Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, or other. It's pretty close. We just eclipsed over 100 votes. Mobley is the leader with 47.5%. Mitchell, 43.6%. DG, 2%. And other, hey, nice, 6.9%.
are people that out on DG?
We've got a lot of Lonzo Ball. In the replies.
That's a nice one.
Sam Merrill in the replies.
That's
glazed.
Craig Porter Jr. is the future in the replies.
CPJ is a good.
I like this one. LeBron, honestly, LOL, it's timeless. Yeah. It's true.
That is true.
Updated Bron jersey in the 2-3. Don't hate it.
Jack, I'm looking right here. MLB headlines. Alex Bregman will opt out of Red Sox contract.
Oh, if you want to put the tinfoil caps on, brother.
Little third base action going on.
Put him at first base. Keep Hosey over there. You put Manzo at DH. Yeah, well, I mean, like if there is
Sounds
a world
like we don't got money for.
No, we don't have money for this guy. I am gonna, after the show ends, I got to go post that merch drop on Twitter. But then besides that, I think we're starting a GoFundMe for Alex Bregman. I think that is probably the next step that we have to take as a ball club and as a franchise.
All right, well, guys, we got to wrap up here. What do we say we tell everybody about FanDuel, unveil our FanDuel parlay of the day, and get the hell out of here?
Let's do it. Oh, FanDuel. I forgot that this is.
But no one thought I forgot how many outs there were.
You gotta throw it home.
FanDuel has got an offer you don't want to miss this NFL
Blood.
season. New customers, you guys could bet just $5. Get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. You pick a bet, you bet $5. If it wins, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use all across the FanDuel app. You can build parlays like we're getting ready to do. I thought that's what we were actually doing right now. You can bet player props, ride the live lines, whatever your style. FanDuel has you covered. The NFL season, it's here. The only question is, are you ready to play? You could visit FanDuel.com/bigplay. Download that FanDuel app today. Get started. Got to be 21 plus, present in select states, including Ohio. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit is required. Bonuses are issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions do apply. See full terms. Sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG.
Again, I'd like to apologize for messing up our parlay yesterday. Jack, what do you say we win this one?
Let's do it, babe. We've been hot on the hockey recently. Let's keep it going. First, we're starting off. The Buffalo Sabres are the worst team in all of hockey. They have the Ottawa Senators, the upstart Ottawa Senators, coming to town tonight. We think the Sens are going to take that one on the road, going Sens money line. And then, hey, the newest team in hockey, the Utah Mammoth. We've never bet on them on the Big Factor before. The Flames lost one last night. They're on a back-to-back.
Big Factor history.
Tough to do it. Yeah, Big Factor history. Tough to do a back-to-back in hockey. So we're taking the Mammoth at home in this one. Hey, guys, Panthers back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. But Herman Moore told me two things this morning, right? He said, smile more and take the Detroit Red Wings money line tonight. So we are going Red Wings money line at home, at the Joe, at LCA, taking on the Panthers. And last but not least, we are taking the Blue Jays to win this one on the road.
Lose.
Yankees lose. We are taking the Blue Jays to win this one over the Mariners, plus 110 on the road. A lot of Canada in this parlay today. Ottawa, the nation's capital, their money line. Blue Jays money line. Wings money line. Mammoth money line. Our home and native land.
You heard it here first. Hey, real quick, how are our Blue Jackets doing?
I'm not a Blue Jackets fan, so I can't really tell you. They lost to the Preds a couple nights ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really care about them.
Fair enough. Appreciate everybody tuning into the Big Factor. Shout out our great friends and partners at FanDuel Sportsbook. Shout out Fairway Ford. Shout out Garage Beer. Shout out Bloodview Haunted House. Again, Halloween's right around the corner. Get your scare in while you can. All the details, bloodview.org. We'll be back tomorrow, same people, same time. Until then, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Wednesday. We appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.